Thanks, Gregor. Morning, Mark. What was your reaction to the suspension?
I think, first and foremost, before we talk about anything, I think, the number one thing is, Jake Evans's health. I reached out to a couple of their guys, and here he's doing well. He didn't have to go to the hospital, which is good, and good news. And first and foremost is his health and how he's doing. And I pray for a quick and speedy recovery for him, and that he's okay.
Go back to Ken Weeb for a follow-up. Go ahead, Weaver.
What can you tell us about your perspective of how the play unfolded?
Yeah, I think, my intention on that play is to try to negate a goal. There's no intent, there's no malice there. I don't go in with the frame of mind of injuring a hockey player. My record precedes itself. I think I haven't had one charging penalty in 600 games. My thought process there is to cut him off at that post. Obviously when he gets to behind the net, I don't know if he's going to cut back. So I stop moving my feet, in case he does a cut back behind the net, and I can reroute and go to the other side and cut him off at the other post. He might shell out into the corner, and then I have to gear down and try to angle him off into the corner. My thought process there is cutting him off at the post, and I'm back checking, and my thought process the entire way is there's a minute left in the game. We just scored. It's a 1-goal game. My only thought in my mind is to negate a goal and prevent a goal. And obviously the result sucks that he's hurt. But like I said before, I just hope he's okay. I hope for a speedy recovery, and I'm praying for him.
We'll go next to Kelly Moore from 680 CJOB. Go ahead, Kelly.
Thank you, Gregor. Good morning, Mark. Right after the play, you had this incredulous look on your face, and even the camera caught you, in the breezeway getting down towards the dressing room. And I don't know what your emotions are, so maybe you could explain there, because it almost looks like you're trying to process everything that happened when you're making your way to the dressing room.
Yeah, I'm more shocked than anything. I didn't think it was a bad hit, because my intentions are to try to negate a goal. I'm coming back to try to cut him off at that post, and I don't vault myself at him. I don't leave my feet. I try to keep my elbow in. I don't extend. I don't vault. I don't go upwards. I try to stay nice and compact. I'm trying to negate a goal. I'm trying to give our team a chance to win. I've played, I've probably been in, 36-on-5 situations this season, to try to score a goal. My entire life has been about scoring goals, and, I've never injured someone in my entire career. So for that result to happen, hurts me, because, I have tremendous respect for this league. I have tremendous respect for the players in this league, and for my teammates and our opposing teammates. And, the biggest thing that that sucks about it is the result. And, it's one of those things that you have to learn from. And, I just have to know that there's a plan for everything.
We'll go next to Paul Friesen from the Winnipeg Sun. Go ahead, Paul.
Thanks, Gregor. Hey, Mark, agree you did those things. You made yourself compact, and that is very out of character for you, a charging penalty. But if you do look at the play, it looks like right near the end, you stop reaching as if you're not going to poke check and try to stop the goal. And it looks like you then kind of just prepare for a big hit. Is that accurate to say?
Not at all. I'm not preparing for a hit. I'm preparing for contact, because he's right there. He's trying to get to that post, and I'm trying to get to that post. So that is completely incorrect, Paul. And I'm trying to get to that post. I'm trying to negate a goal, and that's my only thought in my mind is I want to win a hockey game. I want to negate a goal and give our team a chance to go back to the other end and score a goal and tie the game and bring it to overtime.
Go next to Jeff Hamilton from the Winnipeg Free Press. Go ahead, Jeff.
Thanks, Gregor. Hi, Mark. A lot of talk about your behavior leading up to the hit. A lot of people look at you as you mentioned, you're all about scoring goals, you're all about offense, but it looked like whether it was, you're back and forth with Nick Suzuki. There was a moment there with Ben Sherrod on the ice. It just looked uncharacteristic Mark Scheifele. So I'm curious what you felt your mood was throughout the game prior to delivering that hit.
It was excitement. It's game one in the playoffs. We have 500 healthcare workers in the building. It was excitement. It's game one of the second round of the playoffs. Benny's one of my best friends. Golf with him, 50 times a summer. So, it's just like, playing against Connor and Leon last series, it's intense. You battle your friends even harder than you battle, guys that you don't know. So, that's playoffs. They're a team that will get into scrums and stuff like that. And it's just excitement. It's excitement to be back in the playoffs. We had 8 days off. It's pure excitement for this game. I'm a guy who loves the game probably more than any of us. And it's pure excitement. It's round 2 of the playoffs. I'm jacked up. I'm excited to play hockey, and my mood was pure joy that entire game.
We'll go next to Sarah Lusky from TSN. Go ahead, Sarah.
Thanks, Gregor. Hi, Mark. Just wondering, going back to Ken's original question of what your reaction was when you were informed it would be 4 games.
Yeah, I think it was pretty excessive. I wasn't expecting that. I was pretty shocked. But that's their decision. I think, another point I want to make is, I can accept the punishment. I can accept the accountability. That's what you sign up for, being in the NHL. But, the hate that my family has gotten, the bullying that they've gotten is completely unacceptable. Online phone calls, it's pretty gross to see. My parents are the salt of the earth, and for my parents to get hate like that and my brother and sister, it's awful. And I can handle it. I'm a grown man. I've accepted that, and I can be held accountable for that. But for my family to get that, it hurts me a lot.
We'll go next to Sean Reynolds from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Sean.
Hey, Mark. Clearly, it's an emotional situation, especially when it comes to those emotions directed towards you and your family. After the game, Brendan Gallagher spoke with Scott Oak. He said you guys know each other really well, and he'd said multiple times, that he felt that better than that and what you did in the game. I mean, it was clear that the Canadians were really upset, more than you would typically see a team on the ice. What are the emotions you go through when you hear someone that with that opinion about you and see kind of the anger that was directed towards you in that moment?
Yeah, I had a good conversation with Gally. He's a close friend of mine. He knows the person I am. He's a guy that I have tremendous respect for. And we had a great conversation, and what was said is going to stay between us. But obviously to hear that, I know a lot of guys in their team, whether it's playing in things, I think a lot of the league knows the person I am and knows my heart. And I think the outreach from the entire league, from buddies, from guys I don't even know, that have reached out, being there for me is incredible. And I think at the end of the day is, I never want to be remembered for my, I read this in Tim Tebow's book, actually. You never want to be remembered for, your accolades, awards, whatever it is. You want to be remembered for the impact that you have on people. And that's what I've always, prided myself on. That's what my parents have always prided myself on. And, I know the guys on their team know who I am. They know the person I am, and they know my intent. And, for Gally to say those words, especially in the media, and, even more importantly to me, means a tremendous amount. And, I'm very thankful that, there are such great guys in this hockey world that, will reach out and know the person you are, and that means a lot to me. And just like I said before, I pride myself on being someone that respects the game and respects every single guy on the ice. And I hope people continue to think that of me.
We'll go next to Scott Billick from the Sun. Go ahead, Scott.
Thanks, Gregor, and hey, Mark. You touched briefly on the hate that your parents have been getting. I had heard that some phone calls have been made. There was also some other claims online about substance abuse and stuff like that. Are you gonna? I mean, we live in a day and age with how the internet is. It's anonymous and that. Are you surprised at all that these things are happening?
I think I could care less of people saying things about me. I'm a big boy. I can handle it. I signed up for this. That's what you put yourself in this situation for. The media scrutiny, whatever that is, I can handle that. But to put my parents, my brother and sister, my loved ones through that is completely unacceptable. And in a society where you can hide behind your keyboard, you can hide behind that. That is the problem. I can handle it. I can handle the criticism. I got suspended 4 games. I got held accountable. But there's no right to go after my parents, to go after my loved ones. That's completely unacceptable. But that's our society nowadays. It's bad to say, but that's our society. And like I said, I can handle it. My uncle actually sent me a text this morning, and his mom would always tell him that you're a good person, and everyone that cares about you knows that. And the people who don't know you don't care what they ever think. So it made me smile this morning, because I know the people that care about me. I know the people that love me. I know what they think of me, and that's really all that matters.
Just a few more from Mark. We'll go next to Ted Wyman from the Sun. Go ahead, Ted.
Thank you, Gregor. Mark, you clearly did not agree with the 4-game suspension. Do you have an option to appeal, and will you do that?
Yeah, I have the option to. I'm not going to. I don't want to be a distraction to this team. It's game 2 of the playoffs tonight. It's I'm gonna accept the punishment, and it really wouldn't have done anything anyway. The way that the rules kind of work with suspension under 6 games. So don't have much faith in that. But I don't want to be a distraction anymore. This has lingered on long enough. It's game 2 of the playoffs. The stakes are so high at this point. I just want to be there cheering on my teammates. It's a big game tonight. It's from this point on, it's all about the Winnipeg Jets. It's not about me. It's not about anything like that. It's about the Winnipeg Jets and the guys in that room that are going to be battling for our team. And that's about it.
I'll go next to Greg Wyshynski from ESPN. Go ahead, Greg.
Thanks a lot. Hey, Mark, thanks for taking the time on this. I just wanted to clarify. So you initially didn't think that it was a bad hit, and your coach has called it clean. And I was wondering, do you feel that the length of the suspension, which is considerable, I mean, it's 4 playoff games, was more for the result than the incident itself?
Yeah, I like I said before, the result is what sucks. Having a guy hurt is what no one wants in this league. No one wants in this world. No one ever wants to see anyone hurt or injured. And obviously the league made it their decision. I don't agree with it. That's my opinion. That's what was going through my mind. No one knows what was going through my mind except for myself. And I tried to portray that to the league. My I keep on going back to my record. I think I had 12 penalty minutes this year. I've had 1 boarding penalty in my entire 600 game career. I haven't had a charging penalty. I don't think I have more than freaking 20 hits a year. So my intention is not to injure, not to make a hit. It's to prevent a goal. That's what my entire life is. That's my job is to keep pucks out of the net and score. And that's why I'm out there on 6-on-5 is to prevent a goal and go back the other way and score. And so yeah, I think it's excessive. But what can you do? Yeah, NHL has their own their own opinion.
Final question is Jean-François Chaumont from the Journal de Montréal. Go ahead, JF.
Hi, Mark. You're a big piece of the Winnipeg Jets. Is there any concern that your suspension will be tough to handle for the team, or you think that you have enough depth to survive against Montreal without you?
Yeah, we have tons of depth on our team. We have so many guys, on this team that can step up. We have tremendous character. We have tremendous, tremendous everything on this team. It's a pretty special team, and I have full faith in my team that I'll be able to play a game again this year. So I'll be cheering loud and proud tonight. I'll be cheering every single night, and obviously just want to play a game again this year.